Hey guys, Dawn here. Wanted to shoot out a super quick video that covers adding users to your OpenShift cluster. The reason that I wanted to do this is that I've got some other videos that are coming down the pike that address role-based access control in more detail. I thought it would be a good idea to show you how to add users in a very simple, straightforward way so that you can get some users in your system for testing and you can get rid of that kubeadmin initial user from your cluster.
Have you met the Temp?
And the way that we're going to do this is super simple. We are going to be using a Linux command line utility called htpasswd. It doesn't require any specialized Linux knowledge. When you're in your OpenShift cluster and you're logged in as kubeadmin, you can see a blue banner across the top that basically tells you, hey, you are a temporary administrative user. So I've got some users that I've already added here to this file. The first thing I'm going to do is that I just named the file htpasswd, and that's not terribly descriptive. And I might want to add different htpasswd files in the future. So I'm going to change the name to make it a little bit more unique. So I'm going to do a move to create a new name on that file. And then I'm going to add some additional users. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type htpasswd -b, and then I'm going to add the name of the file. So I'm just, again, doing this in my home directory, so I don't need to do it anything fancy. I'm just going to select OCP users, and then I'm going to put in the username and then the initial password. And I'm also going to add another user. I'm adding a user for myself. That's the intention of that is that that's going to be the cluster admin that's going to take the place of the kubeadmin.
This Temp was a personal recommendation of Wontons. He might look like he's just fallen off the back of a turnip truck, but he wouldn't run if his ass was on fire. He goes with you, and that's a deal breaker.
And then I'm going to do another user that's the intention of which to be a virt admin specifically. I'm going to go back to my OpenShift cluster. If I click the link that's in that banner, then it will bring me to the configuration screen for OAuth. You scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see that there's a drop down where it says identity providers add. And I'm going to do a couple videos down the road to show you how to add some of these other auth providers. Now, if you've done the DO280, it will walk you through adding users with htpasswd, but it's all in the command line, and why. It's good to understand that, but you don't have to do it that way. And if you do it in the console, it kind of does some of the back end stuff for you. I'm just going to click htpasswd here. And then we're going to name it. This is going to be the name of your identity provider. And you can leave it htpasswd. I'm just going to change it in case, let's say I want to do another htpasswd auth provider. I just want, okay, these are my OCP default users. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to find that file that I created. And of course, I'm going to do it the longest way possible. You can see here that it shows you the contents of the file. Then you just hit add. And now it's going to basically redeploy OAuth, or a link at the bottom that says, hey, you can follow the status of that here. You can also go to the YAML and look at the YAML file to see what the status is, and go back to the details. And then as soon as that says available, it's ready to go again, I'm going to log out and then log back in as my new user. You can see now I've got another option there. I'm not going to log in with my saved password. I'm going to log in with my new username and password that I just set up, and boom, I'm in. But right now I don't have a lot of access. So I'm going to log out again. I'm going to go back in as kubeadmin, hopefully for the last time.
But Rick!
No, Buzz. You're a good temp. You've got a lot of clerical work ahead of you. Don't blow it all by getting yourself killed.
Now, mind you, I can do all of this, again, in the terminal, but I don't want to do it in the terminal. I want to show you how it can be done visually, because I think using the command line is boring. So what that did for me is, now that I've logged back in as kubeadmin, I can see my new user listed there under user management and users. And if I go to the 3 dots on the side, I have some options there. One is impersonate, which is a cool tool that you can use. So you can log in as kubeadmin or your cluster admin or whatever, and then you have the option to impersonate other users so that you can see what their access is, which is really nice. But right now I'm just going to edit this user. And I'm going to add a role binding. So I'm going to create a binding, and I want it to be cluster wide because I want to make this my default cluster admin. And I'm going to choose cluster admin, and now I've got my role binding. You can take a look at the YAML if you want to see the details of what that looks like. It's pretty straightforward. So now as I log in as my new user, hey, now I'm a cluster admin. So this new user can see everything that I could see before as kubeadmin.
With that power must come responsibility.
One important thing to note is that you have to do this before you remove your kubeadmin user. If you remove your kubeadmin user before you've created another user and made them a cluster admin, you have to reinstall the cluster. So that's it. Now I've created a cluster admin user that can be used for my cluster and for multi-clusters. So I've got other videos that are coming, including advanced cluster management, installing, creating new clusters, and implementing fine-grained RBAC so that you can do virtual machine actions on multiple clusters. If there's anything else you'd like to see, please leave me a comment and let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm just kind of pointing at the air and thinking I'm going to put stuff there later. We'll see. And follow me for more OpenShift tips, tricks, how-to videos, demos, and occasionally really silly trivia that is completely not useful. In general life. But if there's something else you'd like to see, please do let me know, and I will be sure to put that on the list and try to get that done for you. And once again, let's get virtual. OpenShift changes really quickly. So anything that you see on a video is basically only good for that version at that time. So today, the video demo that I just showed you is on 420. I think it's 420.2. Mentioned that to me last week that they were looking at a video and that some of the menu options had changed. And yes, they did. They had changed. The operator catalog in 420 is now named Ecosystem. And under that is software catalog instead of operator hub. And I'm taking this a little bit personally because I just made a video about operators and I had a whole thing about, you know, hello operator, and I liked it. And now that association is gone already. So, but I'm used to it. I have a story to tell you sometime about my experience with the EX 180. But I'll save that for another day.
Can't believe the Temp is dead.
It's all right, Rick. We'll get another one.